Finally. All right, finally we get to say something about ourselves. I've been waiting for, I guess, a year and a half to be able to speak plainly about why we're here. The coffee shop was our ears, is what it was for our church. We came here to listen. Because, Senator, you mentioned that suburbia is misunderstood. I've come to the conclusion that suburbia misunderstands. And that it isn't simply they've chosen a different game plan. They have, that we have enclosed ourselves in a false reality. And Christ calls us to see things as they are clearly. And this was our attempt, because as many of you know, many of you live outside the city limits. You work here and you live outside, so you know what I'm saying when you say, when you genuinely want to come back in, there's 50 hurdles you can see and there's 60 hurdles you can't. Rules and expectations and ways you can do something wrong. And this is just our best way. LOMA Coffee proper was our best way of saying, if we're going to come into the city in a genuine way, we need to come in and listen and learn. And so our goal, this was an experiment. Our goal was to come here, land, listen, fall in love with this block. The idea of ripping the whole city is a myth, and it's not possible. You have to land and fall in love with the block and allow the love of Christ to spread out from that. And that's what we've been doing. And just to talk about this experiment, I want to share with you I'll be quick. I will be. How this experiment has been, because I think it should be understood. This was a church experiment. Our church is about 350 on Sunday. When we brought this before the church, we had to agree to raise, on top of our regular budget, a lot of money. We wanted to pay this in cash, and that's what we've done. And it's one thing to come in here and go, wow, this looks really cool, and to say that to myself or Terry, because, well, Terry is cool. But it's one thing for a 30-some-year-old guy to be cool. The reality is my parents are in the church, and their generation's in the church, and they did this. And that was a huge experiment, and that has changed my life. It's given me, I love my church because of this. And they did that at a time when, my office, the roof of my office leaks, and Terry's office leaks, and we park in the grass. And it was very natural for us to go into a building program. And for that group of people to do this is remarkable, because the nicest thing our church has is here. And you go to our church and it's a gymnasium. So you should know that, is what I'm saying. And this was a soul experiment. I have so many times been shown by the Lord how I thought I understood things and I don't. And on behalf of the doubters in the city, I wake up, I could daily say, I'm sorry, I'm learning. But God's showing me, and He's showing our people. And I believe that we will learn how to love this city the right way. And so that has been very important for us. And this has also been an economic experiment. To make this work, we told ourselves we have to share in the risk of Market Street. All the businesses, and thanks guys for coming, all the businesses that are living life out here between 2nd and 3rd Street have taken a risk and are living by faith. And I just can't even imagine them taking us seriously if we want to talk about stepping out in faith, if we want living the same risk with them. And that's what LOMA Coffee is. It's a non-for-profit business that is fairly priced. We weren't going to come in and undercut somebody. The thought was, if we can't do this business well, we've lost our right to speak. And so that's what we've been doing. And from Ben and Tara and Keith all the way down, Heather, this is the greatest coffee shop Delaware has ever known. And, it just is. It's great. And then finally, I guess I'll say, most of all, this has been a real experiment of faith. This started from me in a coffee shop in Hockessin, from the Lord just giving me the conviction that God loves more people than I do. And He loves more people than I do, and He loves people more than I do. And from that, it came from the Lord to our church. You need to go somewhere else and love people if you're going to reflect who I am. And that's what LOMA Coffee is. That's what this is. That side was the ears. This side is going to be the mouth. And God willing, this street will allow us to become part of their tribe. And we're ready for that, and we're grateful. Thank you.